Hello everyone, my name is Tim Porell. I'm the manager at the Bengal Whaling Company, and the purpose of my presentation today is to propose an idea of how we can save money on our water costs. A little background information for you. Currently, to clean our dishes at the restaurant, we use a 3-sink system. And what that is one sink has hot soapy water, one sink has hot rinse water, and one sink has cold water with a sanitary solution inside. So, as dirty dishes come in, the kitchen porter scrubs them in the soapy dish, then rinses them in the rinse sink, and follows that up by using the sanitary sink. Now, as the kitchen porter is doing that, it's taking time because he's got to go 1, 2, 3, wipe them all clean, put them away. What that also does is after the sinks are filled initially and they're hot, they never get any hotter. So the temperature of the water, as that gets cooler, it doesn't kill as many germs, and therefore the dishes are not as clean. So in addition to wasting water, filling the sinks up multiple times a night, we're also not providing a clean, consistent dishware every single time. So, as I mentioned, the problem with the 3-sink method is that it doesn't have the consistency that we're looking for every single time. Because with our food, we know what we're going to get, but if we can't match that with clean plates and clean dishware, then we're really not serving the public the way we would like. So, the plan that I want to propose is that I think we should move out from our 3-sink system, purchase a new dishwashing machine, and use that to clean our dishes. Because as you can see here on the graph, the most water use in a restaurant is in the kitchen and dishwashing section. So if we implement some systems that will help that portion of the restaurant use water better, it will translate into a restaurant-wide savings and responsibility in water conservation. So, upon doing some research, found a new dishwasher. It's the Fagor FI 48W. Now that works at 0.9 gallons per flush, not per flush, per load. And the reason that's significant is because using the current 3-sink system, we go through about 100 gallons of water per night. And the reason we do that is because you can't predict how many times you're going to need to fill the sinks. So if you fill them at the top and then the water drain, you drain the water out, you have to fill them again. Same thing. Now the third time you fill them, you don't get as many dishes. You've wasted a little bit of water. Since this is only using 0.9 gallons per load and works at about 22 loads per hour, we can use exactly the amount of water that we need every time. Another good thing about this system is that every load is heated to 180 degrees. And as I mentioned earlier, one of the problems with the 3-sink method is that we're not getting consistently high temperatures, which runs the risk of having bacteria or germs left on our dishware and puts our patrons at risk. No matter how great our food is, if they're going to be getting sick, that's a big time problem for us. Another thing that is an advantage of getting this dishwasher is that it's Energy Star compliant, and saving energy is something that a lot of businesses and a lot of people are considering nowadays. So if we're going to buy a new machine, we want to make sure that it's on the energy conscious side of things. So, in order to implement this system, there are a few things that we need to consider. The first of which is our budget. Time and labor savings will come out to about $4,000 per year. And the way I calculated that is that the 3 people who work in the kitchen who are responsible for our dishwashing, they make on average about $9 an hour. When you work that out 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year, it's going to be about $16,000. So even if adding a new dishwasher cuts our cost by only 25%, which it should be more, it should be about 40%. So this is a lowball estimate and still saves us about $4,000 a year. Now, one of the other things is it's $75 less than water, which is a lower amount, not significant, but still, every little piece counts. Our initial investment will be about $3,510.50. The machine itself costs $2,810. There is a $700 installation fee, and with the shipping costs, that's about what it will come out to. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we're spending about $16,000 a year using a traditional hand washing method. So for $3,000, that's going to pay for itself in less than half a year. Another thing that we want to consider when adding a new dishwasher machine is our staffing. We have some great kitchen porters. They're usually high school or college students, so it's not their life's work, but we don't want to take anyone's job away. And the good news about adding this is that we won't be taking anyone's jobs away. We'll simply be making their job more productive. So instead of wasting their time filling water, standing there, letting more dishes pile up, they'll be able to stay on top of things and also take on some other tasks, because since they're able to wash dishes quickly, they won't have a pile, and they can help our chefs out and help me out as a manager and do some other things around the restaurant. So everyone keeps their jobs and they get better at them. The schedule for implementing this system is very easy. If we go forward with this and purchase the machine, it can be shipped here this week. A local company, Surge Refrigeration, can install it for us. And what we can do is, since we're closed Mondays and Tuesdays, we can install it on that day so that we won't have to compromise open kitchen hours, and we can install it when no one's there, so that way when we come back to work on Wednesday, we'll be ready to go. So, in conclusion, I think that one of the best ways to save water at the Bengal Whaling Company will be to purchase this new dishwasher machine. But it doesn't end there. It's also about adopting a mentality amongst the employees at the restaurant of energy consciousness. You need to recognize, turn the sink off, turn the lights off when you leave. The things that your parents have been telling you for 100 years, they come into effect even when you're at work, because money is everything, and if we can save it and provide a better product by cleaning our dishes better, I think that's something that we should definitely consider. Any questions?
Yes, I was wondering, you said that you'd be saving some money through this new system. However, what pushed you to implement a new dishwashing system? What is really wrong with the porter system that you were discussing?
Well, the problem that we have now is the consistency, and like I said, we have some kitchen porters who are good kids and they're working hard, and it's not a matter of them not doing their jobs, it's a matter of them being in an environment that's not conducive to the results that we want. If their water is not being heated at 180 degrees every single time, then we run the risk of germs. So to have a consistent product will be beneficial for us as a restaurant. Any other questions?
Yes, you also said something about saving $75 in water bills. Do you really think that's a significant amount? It seems like such a low number to even consider?
Well, water does cost less than electric in a restaurant's finances, but the thing is, $75, we'll take savings any chance we can get. And what really, the advantage there is percentage-wise. We're going to save about 25 to 33% on our water costs now. So yeah, 75 doesn't seem as much, or it doesn't seem like a great deal of money, but every little bit counts when you're a small business. Thank you for listening to my presentation today.